Hello, everybody. How are you doing this wonderful Monday evening? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Belief Breakthrough Show. My name is Tina Encarnacion. I am your host. I am a Reiki master and teacher, a published author, as well as a holistic healer. And I'm bringing you this show to help break through limiting beliefs so that you can achieve the life that you dream of. This month, we are focusing on New Year, New You, not just how to rebuild yourself physically, but how to rebuild yourself mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and then the physical aspect just kind of falls into that. So if you're coming on, please say hello, comment below. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Tonight we are jumping into energy because energy has to do with everything in our lives. And a lot of times we just don't understand what that means, what energy is. And so we are energetic beings. You guys can feel the room shift when certain people walk in the room and bring like a negative energy, or you may be struggling with sadness or depression, and someone comes in, and all of a sudden you've got energy, and you feel like like your life is lighter, and like you can do things because this person's here, and you're borrowing their strength and their power and their energy. And so, in order to really harness your life, you really have to understand energy and what energy is, how it works, how to master it, how to use it for your benefit. And so, tonight we're going to dive into that. And so, please ask me questions. This is something I'm very passionate about. I absolutely love talking about energy. And I like it even more when people talk to me about it too. So, the first thing is to understand that we're all energetic beings, and energy is able to communicate through water, through the vibrations of water, and we are 70% water. And so the energetic connections within our body and our mind is able to work so well because we are made of 70% water. And so we have seven main energy factors, energy centers within our body. They're called chakras or energy centers. And we have our crown chakra, which is at the top of our head, and that communicates with our divine, with God, with our with a source that's bigger than us. You've got your third eye, and this is your intuition, your sixth sense, your gut feeling when something's not right, or if you're kind of out of alignment with yourself, your intuition, your third eye kicks on and it tells you something's not right. Then you have your throat chakra, which is your communication center. You have your heart, which is your love center. At the base of your ribs, you have the solar plexus. That is your most selfish chakra. That is your I am. That is your self confidence, your self esteem. Someone just said hi to me, but you haven't shared your name, so I don't know who you are. But hey, how are you? um, at about 4 inches below your belly button, you have your sacral chakra, and that's your emotional center, your passion and creativity for life. Also, you store a lot of abuse here. It's also your chakra that controls your sexuality. And so that's a really important chakra to love and tend to. And then you have your root chakra, which is at the base of your spine, and that's your finances, your safety, your security. And so, why am I explaining these to you? It's because every single chakra has its own role and responsibility in your body and in your life. And if you've taken on traumas throughout your life and you haven't dealt with them and you've stuck them, they're going to be stuck in whatever chakra that maintains that part or that aspect of your life. And if your chakras are blocked or wounded or or there's scars on those chakras, the energy isn't going to flow correctly. And it's going to get clogged up, kind of like a sink. When the water's going down a sink and there gets dirt and grime, and then the water slows down, and then eventually it's an entire clog, and you have to like wrench it out to get that water flowing down that drain again. The same is works within our bodies. And so if you don't deal with the traumas that you take on throughout your life, your energy blocks up. And when your energy starts to block, you're going to feel it. Your body's going to warn you. First, it warns you emotionally. So, for instance, if you're not speaking your voice, if you're not speaking your truth, and you're swallowing the words you want to speak to stand up for yourself, you're going to maybe feel a lump in your throat, or you might feel like you're choking on something. And if you don't listen and you still swallow your words and you still don't speak your truth, you'll start getting like sore throats or bronchitis, laryngitis. And if you still don't listen, then it's going to go into crisis mode and you're going to start getting like asthma, COPD, pneumonia, permanent issues that your body is just like, we tried to warn you, you didn't listen. Now we really have to show you something's wrong. So your chakras are really important to keep clean and balanced and clear. And the way that you do that, if you're blocked up, the best way is if you've got layers and layers and layers and layers of trauma. I have found what works for me best is having a Reiki master clean my chakras. And then after I get them all cleared and cleaned out, I'll do daily meditations, running my energy, making sure to clear everything out. Sometimes I'll do EFT tapping techniques, which is emotional freedom techniques. I use crystals and essential oils daily, all the time. I'm an essential oil crystal addict. So those are other tools that I use to help keep my energy up. Now, another thing about energy is some of us are what you call empaths. And so, what an empath is somebody that absorbs other people's energies or someone who is highly sensitive to energy. And so, I come in contact with a lot of empaths all the time, and they say, I'm so exhausted. I really don't like going into crowds. When I go into crowds, I just feel really overwhelmed, and I just have to go home early because I'm so worn down and so exhausted, and I don't understand why going into a crowd makes me so anxious or so tired. Or you may be sitting next to someone who all of a sudden you came in really happy, you sat down next to someone and now you're really sad, or your stomach hurts, or you're not feeling well. It's because you've absorbed their energy and you've taken on their physical ailments, or you've taken on their emotional ailments and you've absorbed that for them. So without the two of you even realizing what happened, you've exchanged their load for you and you've taken it on. And so that's an empath, someone who's highly sensitive and absorbs other people's energy. Now, it's really important to know if you're an empath because you have to be able to protect yourself and your energy so you're not taking on other people's issues that you don't even know how to take care of your own yet, right? But if you are an empath and you're unaware of it, you're walking down the street and you're just absorbing all of these energies and you're taking it on and you don't know that it's not your own. And so you're just carrying it and you can't really clear it if you don't know that it's not yours. So, being an empath, understanding energy, understanding how to protect yourself is something that's really important if you're one of those highly sensitive people. And so, a couple of things to go. I wonder if I'm an empath. One is, do you sense energy shifts when people come in and out of the rooms that you are in? Two, do you take on other people's ailments? Like, say someone is saying, "Oh, I really don't feel good. Oh, I've got a headache." And then all of a sudden you have a headache or you have a stomach ache. That's a physical empath. Or you're really happy and then all of a sudden you're really sad and you don't know why. But the person next to you is really sad too. And you just take it on their energy. Another one is if you can sense the energy of the world. So, for instance, we just went through this really extreme election, and a lot of us really felt the negativity and the danger in the air, right? And so you're taking on that energy of the world. And so, what do you do if you're an empath? How do you protect yourself? The first thing is grounding. You have to really know how to ground yourself. And so, people go, "Well, how do I ground myself?" The easiest way to ground yourself is to get out in nature and put your bare feet in the ground. Literally, just put your feet in grass or soil or something. Sand is great. Going to the beach, getting the sun to just bathe you in the earth energy is a great way to ground. Another way is you can meditate and you can drop a grounding cord from the base of your spine, just visually imagining like a cord. It could be a tree trunk, it could be a boat anchor, it can be roots of a tree, it can be a tail. It doesn't matter what you use as your grounding cord, but imagine it going from the base of your spine, dropping through the floor of your house, going through the soil and the gravel and the tree roots and the boulders and the water system all the way down to the bedrock to where lava flows in the center of the earth. And imagine that grounding cord just, I'm going to back up a second. Imagine Mother Earth's heart just beating in that lava in the center of the earth, right? Because the earth has its own energy. And many people refer to the earth energy as Mother Earth because the earth carries a very maternal, caring, nurturing energy about it. And so I imagine my grounding cord wrapping around the heart of Mother Earth and then just downloading all of that negative energy, the stresses, the worries, the fear, just releasing all of it right down that grounding cord. That's a really easy way to ground yourself. Another way is using crystals. So, crystals are amazing to connect to the earth because they're made from earth energy, right? And so, really good grounding crystals are going to be dark crystals, like black crystals, red crystals. So, obsidian is a great one, labradorite is a great one. Um, Let me think here. We've got obsidian, hematite is a good one. Um, Selenite is a great one for grounding. Jaspers are great for grounding. Tiger's eye is good for grounding. So your root chakra is red. Your sacral chakra is orange. So orange, reds, and dark crystals are really good. Another one is essential oils. So any kind of tree oil or root oil is going to be really good to ground you as well. So if you're an empath, grab some tools, get yourself some crystals, get yourself some essential oils, and learn how to meditate. If you don't know how to meditate and you want some guided meditations, you can hop onto my YouTube channel. I've got tons of guided meditations on there, absolutely free to help you guys out to get yourself grounded. Now, the next thing is learning how traumas or suppressed emotions get stored within your energy chakras and how to get rid of them. So, again, if you're not going to be going to someone to help you, like a Reiki master, then meditation and EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique, is going to be a great way to pull those layers of trauma off. Another way is journaling. Journaling was huge for me to get my layers of trauma off of me when I was going through my healing journey. I still am. But when I was in the beginning stages of my healing journey, journaling was absolutely phenomenal at helping me to heal. Now, the thing is why are we talking about trauma and energy? Because that negative emotion or that negative memory, that negative experience that impacted you that you think you've moved on, but you've most likely stuffed because we're stuffers in this world. We're told to ignore it, to move on. We've taken too long. We should just be over it, right? We stuff. And when we stuff, it again stops the flow of energy flowing through our bodies, but then it starts to cause physical ailments if we don't deal with it. So, for instance, for me, I developed echolalia at the age of 18, which is an esophageal condition. And my esophagus would close up and my body would literally starve itself. I had over 30 surgeries to try to fix my echolalia, but the surgeries didn't work. They worked to a certain extent, but I had to keep getting them over and over and over again. And finally, I started to go through this holistic healing journey that I'm on, and I was able to realize that it was my voice, that I had swallowed my words, that I had not learned how to stand up for myself, that I had allowed other people to dictate my life for me. And so I started to speak my truth and grow in my truth and stand firm in my truth. And through that, as well as Reiki, essential oils, crystals, and all the tools I've mentioned, I have now been able to maintain my illness. Another thing is I've got a lot of heart pain nuggets, meaning a lot of people have betrayed me, a lot of people have hurt me. I've hurt a lot of people, stepped on a lot of feelings. And because all of that and never addressing it, never apologizing for what I've done or never going to those people and asking for apologies for what they've done to me, not learning to forgive them properly, it's caused issues in my heart. And so high blood pressure is an issue. I don't have high cholesterol, but that's another issue that could be a heart chakra. Um, Digestive issues like heartburn, indigestion, that can be a heart chakra issue. And so going through and clearing those traumas is going to remove the blocks and allow energy to flow and help your body to heal itself from those physical ailments you may have come into. Your sacral chakra and your solar plexus are surrounding your gut. So if you've gone through some kind of emotional, physical, sexual abuse, if you're struggling with sexuality, If you've lost passion for life and lost your creativity, if you don't feel like you're worthy, or like you're struggling with self-confidence, not being enough, you may feel that in your gut. You may have irritable bowel disease or syndrome. You may have colitis. You may have upset stomach. You may struggle with gas or bloating, and those are going to be your solar plexus and your sacral. And then if you have issues with your root chakra, like that's your finances, your safety, your security. You're going to see some issues with your reproductive system, with your hormones, with your bowel movements, things like that are going to be affecting your root chakra. And so understanding the way that energy and trauma affect your physical body is really important, especially if you're trying to grow and develop into a better, healthier person this year. You want to definitely go back and address these issues and get your energy running correctly. Now, if you're like, Tina, I'm so excited about learning about energy. I want to heal myself. I've got traumas I'm dealing with. I don't know how to deal with them. You can download my free online course, Finding Direction, to get you started in your path. If you need something more than that, you can always message me and we can figure out the best route for you to go down in order to work on healing yourself and becoming the person that you want to be today, to show up in life, to get everything that your heart desires, to realize that nothing is too small. If you can think it, you can achieve it. You just have to put in the work. You just have to put in the effort. Nothing can stop you but yourself. And so that's another thing, is feeling passionate, feeling creative, knowing that nothing can stop you, running for your goal and not allowing anything to get in your way. That's energy, you guys. That's energy. And so if you are wanting to manifest something bigger in your life, if you're wanting to achieve a bigger career or get a promotion or become financially free or make a family, have babies, find a healthy relationship with a partner that honors you and lifts you up and builds you up and protects you. These are all things that you can manifest and you can attract through your energy. And so, simply by learning how to manage your energy, how to build your energy, how to increase your energy, you can truly manifest anything you want in your life. Nothing can stop you. You guys, I was told at 18 I only had a few years to live. At 24, I escaped an abusive relationship and lost my first daughter. And I was told, Tina, your life's kind of a mess. Like you talk this big game, but we don't see the actions. We don't see the results. And I was depressed and I was broken down, you guys. And I really didn't know what my life had in store for me, or even if I was going to be able to live a life. Because every time I turned around, my body was failing me and my illness was kicking up again. But now that learned how to manage my energy, now that I've learned how to forgive my past and heal my past, I have an amazing husband that worships me. He thinks that I walk on water. He is crazy in love with me. And some days I don't understand why. I have three beautiful children that live here on earth with me. Even though I have my Trinity up in heaven, her sisters and brother are here with me today. And we're surviving and we're living an amazing life that I never dreamed possible for myself. I'm a published author. I own my own holistic healing business. I also hold down a full time career helping people in my city that need my help. You guys, you can achieve anything you want in life. Don't ever allow anyone to tell you that you can't. Don't ever allow anything to hold you back. Don't ever allow your negative self talk to prevent you from accomplishing your goals, because you are capable of having everything your heart desires. It just takes a little bit of time and it takes a whole lot of effort, but you can absolutely do it, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening and an amazing week. And if you need help managing your energy, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'll talk with all of you guys soon.